Hey, it's Marina, travel experta, and today we're going to be talking about renting a Tesla Model X for the day. Are you guys ready to make every day an adventure? Let's begin. So, one of my friends the other day showed me took a really cool tour in San Francisco, but the tour itself wasn't it's a tour of San Francisco, but that wasn't what got my attention. What got my attention was that the tour was done in a Tesla Model X. So it was a private tour, but that was the whole point of it, was that it was done in a Tesla. And all right, we've all been looking at Teslas, seen Teslas, and most likely been wanting to check one out. I really don't see myself buying a Tesla right now. I live in Guatemala. There's absolutely no places for Teslas right now. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing elsewhere. Maybe one day I will buy a Tesla. But in the meantime, having a Tesla Model X, with those cool doors opening up from like lifting up to the sky and all these other cool things, I was like, you know what? I don't really care about the tour. I want the car. And I was looking, there must be a place where you can rent the car for a day. And there is. It's these car sharing uh, online sites. I think Turo is one of them. And I think there's several in all different countries. There's different ones. So, of course, I got on and I rented a Tesla Model X for the day. It is not a cheap thing to do. With the insurance, with having for 24 hours, this particular model was around $350. And then if you go over a certain amount of miles, I think after 200 miles, they charge you on top of that. So basically the entire day will be around $400 or $500, depending on your day. The nice thing about a Tesla, you don't have to pay for gas, right? But I guess that's pretty much built into the price already. So I told my husband, I want to do a Tesla day trip ride. So we were in New Jersey, which has a lot of amazing options for all these different types of cars. And we got ourselves a Tesla Model X for the day. And we went from New Jersey all the way up to Woodstock and rode around a little bit up there and came back. So the whole day was around 8 hours because we drove up to Woodstock. It was a good 2 hour drive in a Tesla. It's amazing. We did have a lunch in Woodstock. That was like my dream to do. I've always wanted to check out Woodstock. And then we drove back, and the kids, of course, were dying to join us, but it was a mama and papa day. But then they joined us to go out for dinner. And then we also went, and of course, you have to charge it up. And charging it up is an adventure in itself, because the way it works is they have all these different charging stations, either attached to restaurants or coffee shops or like 7-Elevens, where you need to spend some time, because it usually takes to fill it up entirely or to charge it up entirely about 45 minutes, right? So you got to allot it. Yes, you could do 15 minutes, you could do 20 minutes, whatnot. And there's also interesting stuff in the Tesla itself. It will tell you where all the charging stations are. And then they have like these super charging stations where they charge double the time, or just the regular charging stations. So you could decide on your ride how much time you're going to be able to do. And you need to do that, right? Because when we go to the gas station, 5 minutes, we're done. You do need to put in between 20 minutes to 45 minutes. So that makes it all part of the adventure as well. And our Tesla, after 200 miles, so we obviously went over the 200-mile limit by a lot. That's why our day cost almost $500, which was so worth every penny of it. Regardless, so you do need to fill it up after 175 miles. We always want it to be a little bit ahead. You don't want to be stranded in the middle of absolutely nowhere. So around 150 miles, we were always looking for places. But again, you should definitely have a map of where the next charging station is. Some of them weren't around for like 50 miles, right? Especially when you're going into in the middle of nowhere. So you do need to be very aware of that. And that was the one thing, but that's part of the Tesla experience, right? To understand how that works. So if you guys want to try some other cool car, and when I went on the car riding app, share app, there was Bentleys, Corvettes, Rolls Royces. There was anything you wanted. Sometimes we'll never buy those cars, but we can now have a great day of testing it out. So if you guys can't think of any other cool adventures, go and check out on travelexperta.com, travelexpert with an A.com to make every day an adventure. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave me a review and share with your friends. And remember to always make every day an adventure.